Welcome to this episode of CynSpeaks. In this episode, we're going to talk about your purpose. We're going to talk about the importance of living in your purpose and finding your purpose and considering that when you decide on a career. So, living in your purpose, it's so beautiful. When you finally find your purpose and you learn to live in that, your life will change so significantly. You will finally feel like you have come home and that you've made it. And it will feel so good to know that you are doing what you were put here to do. Discovering what that is may be a challenge, but typically your purpose is a combination of what you're good at and what you enjoy. So for some, it's you're good at listening and you enjoy planning, right? You will make a great coach. You can listen to people's plans and you can help interpret that and create a structure. You can listen to people's problems and help create a plan to fix it. Regardless, you can help people so many ways by listening and planning. And you can see that show up differently for different people. People are good at so many things. There's something that you're good at. So identifying really what you're good at and what you find that makes you joyful and happy, those are the combinations that you kind of finesse and put together and make feel good for you. That is easier said than done. Identifying what you're good at. For some, I found that was challenging. I used to teach this with the goals seminar. I actually still teach it from time to time, but when I was teaching it significantly, I found that people had a really hard time figuring out what they were good at. Like they could talk about what other people were good at, they could talk about what they enjoyed doing, but what they were really good at was hard for people. And that's because we don't really pat ourselves on the back much, and society has conditioned us to believe that if we do that, we are selfish or are self-serving and that is a bad thing. So people who have a hard time looking at what they are good at may need to spend some time with that. You may need to meditate with that. You may need to ask some people that are close to you. Your closest friends that really are good and there for you will know what you're good at. You'll probably have heard it before. Hey, you're a really good listener. Or, wow, you have the ability to break something down in a way that makes sense. Whatever it is, somebody will probably have told you you're really good at that. And really digging to figure out what that is may take a little bit of soul searching, but that's the fun. When you find out what you enjoy, hold on to it. You probably enjoy many things, which is awesome, because then you have many avenues to share your gifts. So I enjoy helping, healing, and teaching, and I get to explore that in so many ways. The podcast right now is probably my number one baby, but that's growing into some other amazing projects, and I will continue to push and find other ways to explore what I enjoy and what I hope I'm good at still. So that's important. Finding out how to integrate that into your career may also be challenging, but that's so important. There's something that I taught my high school students when I taught high school English, and that was to find your purpose before you decide on a career. And what we usually do is the opposite. One of the projects that I am working on is to get into the high schools and teach high schoolers how to identify that before they jump into college and careers. Because if you think about it, if you really knew what your purpose was in life before you went to college, before you started your career, would you have chosen differently? I know that I would have done it just a little bit differently. Not much different. I'm thankful for my experiences, but my original college major was psychology. then dance, then all these other things. And I came back to psychology. And so usually that first thing that you want to do and that thing you've dreamed of doing your whole life is probably what you should do, and find a way to make it work for you, because you'll probably be happy. You'll probably be happy working because it won't even feel like work for you. When I'm recording this podcast, it is fun. I could do this all day, every day. I enjoy it. I love it. It feels good in my soul. When I'm talking with you guys, I'm sharing from deep within my soul, and it feels good for me. I could do this forever. That is part of my purpose, is to help. I also was a talker when I was a kid. Surprise, surprise. I would get in trouble for talking, and that's probably, really for the most part, the only thing I got in trouble for. But I would talk, and I had to learn to stop talking when I was done with my work, because if I was done doesn't mean my friends were done. And so I found a way to talk, which was I volunteered to help others with their work. So it allowed me to talk, but I was helping too. So you can explore ways, but it was clear when I was a kid that I was a talker, and I'm not surprised. And I'm sure my friends and family are not surprised that I'm a talker now and that I'm podcasting, because this is pretty much what I was put here to do, along with other things. So just remember that. Also remember that your gifts were put here for you, or put within you for you, and put within you to help heal the world. So you were given gifts to help make this world better, whatever that is. And it may be something that you consider to be small, but I doubt that's really the case. Have faith in your skills. When you think about your ability to organize, maybe, if that's something that you've heard you were good at, explore that enough so that you feel confident in your abilities and you have faith that you really know what you're doing. And that exploration process can be and should be fun. You should have a lot of fun exploring how to become the best at what you do. And it doesn't matter what you do, just be the best at it and enjoy it. And also make sure you stay true to your path. Like, if you have to get a 9-to-5, that's understandable, but try to get something that's in alignment with what you're going to do, or even something that will give you skills that will contribute to your purpose. I had so many jobs and I explored so many avenues that helped me with this podcast. From helping people to create graphics, which was not something I studied in school or anything, to recording audio, because I used to do music and sing way back in the day, a long time ago. But I know how to record audio. I know how to edit audio because I did that. So little things like your life experiences will set you up and provide the skills for you to really do what you're supposed to do. It's all connected. So think about that when you're exploring options for your career, or even resetting and looking to find your purpose so that you can walk in alignment, in closer alignment at least, with your purpose and why you were put here. When you do that, just remember that everything is connected, and remember that you were put here for a reason. You're not here by accident. There are no accidents. You are meant to be. So looking for what will make you happy with being here and happy with helping this collective energy just grow and heal will make you feel better about that presence. I hope this helped you. I know that the topic of purpose is challenging for many, but just know that you do have a purpose. You are here for a reason. And exploring what you are good at and what you enjoy and how those may intersect in some way will help you identify a career path that will hopefully help you. I hope that helped, and Thank you again, as always, for joining. Remember to add me on Instagram at Cynamon Voe, hashtag CynSpeaks to tag anything regarding the podcast that you may post so that I can stay in the loop on it and love and support you from afar. And make sure you subscribe and like and comment and share so that we can grow the podcast with the hopes of healing the world. Until next time.